folks, Randy Belk, real estate broker with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Carolinas Realty, located in Huntersville, North Carolina. I wanted to talk to you today about what we call the law of agency and how it relates to the broker-customer-client relationship and what you need to know as a possible customer or client when you're buying and selling real estate. All the information that I'm talking about today actually comes from a document called Working with Real Estate Agents that we as brokers in North Carolina are required to share with either buyers or sellers when we have what we consider to be first substantial contact with them. And by first substantial contact, I mean a point in the relationship in which you as a client or customer start sharing information with us that's of a personal nature. Things such as how much you'd like to spend on a new home, what's your motivation for buying or selling, just other things that go beyond the how many bedrooms, how many baths are in a house. So be aware of that, and when you're talking with a broker and you start having those type of conversations, they should have this conversation with you. This video does not take the place of that conversation. It's merely to serve as a supplement to that and help you better understand those relationships. So keep that in mind, and after they have that conversation, after I have that conversation with my clients, then I show them the brochure or the document. We at Berkshire Hathaway actually use a document. Some places use a brochure. The verbiage is the same in all of those. But at the end, I will have them sign saying that we have had that discussion. When you sign it, you're not signing a contract. All you're doing is signing a document that says that your broker had this conversation with you so that you understand agency relationships. So with that out of the way, let's talk about agency relationships. You know that as a customer or client, you are going to either be the buyer or the seller, but you don't know necessarily whether you're going to be the customer or the client when it comes to how you relate to a broker. And that's why this discussion is so important. If you are looking to sell your home, you're going to call someone that's a broker. You're going to set up an appointment with them. Hopefully, if you're in the Huntersville, Denver area, maybe you'll call me. My contact information is at the end of the video. But when we come in, we've had this discussion. I'm going to talk to you about how, as a seller, you need representation. You need a broker that is on your side and that is working with you as his client to have your best interest at heart, to work in negotiations, to work in the things that have to take place when a contract is put in front of you, when you have an offer, all those different things. You want an agent that is going to be your seller's agent. Now, on the other side of that transaction, if you are looking to buy a home, you want an agent who is going to serve as a buyer's agent. And you have to make the decision, whether you're selling or buying, to enlist the services of an agent. Before you enlist the services of an agent, the agent treats you as a customer. Once you have decided, yes, you're going to be my agent, you're going to be my broker, then that broker starts treating you as a client. The difference in that is, if you are my client, I owe you certain fiduciary responsibilities. I'm going to take the things that you share with me and hold them in confidence. I'm going to do my best to make sure that all the items of the transaction that need to be disclosed to you are disclosed to you. I'm going to be accountable to all the financial transactions that take place, whether it's you're putting down a deposit, earnest money, due diligence. I'm going to know not only what you've put down, but where that money's going, who's in charge of holding those things in escrow. All those things, I'm going to act on your behalf, whether I am your buyer's agent or seller's agent. And you decide if you want me to do that. But another thing that you have to take into consideration is there's the possibility in North Carolina of acting as what we call a dual agent. And what that would mean, basically, let's say that I am the agent for the sellers. They have a home that they've got on the market, and I'm the one that did the listing for that. I put it in MLS. I'm the listing agent. But you're also my client. I'm trying to help you find a house. And I realize that this house may be perfect for you, that my other clients are wanting to sell. Before I could represent you as the buyer and them as the seller, both sides would have to authorize me to act as what we would call a dual agent. In other words, I could represent the buyer or the seller and the seller in the same transaction. And I still have fiduciary responsibilities of confidentiality and all those things that I owe both sides. So if I am the seller's agent and they say we will not take any less than this for the house, I can't go to the other side of the transaction where I'm the buyer's agent and say, okay, this is the bottom offer you guys need to offer. I can't do that. Everybody has to make their own decisions. I'm just the broker that communicates between those two. But again, in a dual agency situation, you're the one that has to authorize that. The other thing that can come up in dual agency is you can have designated dual agency where someone acts as a designated agent. The way this comes into play is really when you hire or the services of an agent, you aren't just enlisting that agent, you're enlisting the entire firm that agent works for. In other words, your contract agreement, or I'm sorry, not your contract, but your service agreement is with the firm, not the broker. So you've got the whole firm working for you, so to speak. So if another agent has a listing in that firm and I want to show somebody that house, they have to authorize us to act as dual agents as well, even though that broker would be acting as the seller's agent and I would be acting as the buyer's agent. The brochure that I talked about explains all of these things. Make sure when you talk to an agent and they have this discussion with you that you go through that on your own so that you fully understand these types of agency, because it is to protect you as the buyer or the seller and to make sure that everyone understands the responsibilities that they have. If you'd like more information, please feel free to contact me. My contact information is right here at the end of the video, and I look forward to helping you in any way that I can. Thanks, and have a great afternoon.